and Ruby Wax. Yes, they're there. Yes.
Interesting that the audience is all behind us. They'd be
I know,
laughing at
but
our
you have such a
earrings.
wonderful ear. We wanted them to get a good look at you.
Yes, yes.
Dawn, you all used to share a flat together. Was your life really as disgusting as that?
Well, Pamela. Can I call you Pamela?
You can call me whatever
or
you like,
do you
but
have
please don't.
a sort of, I thought you might have a middle name that you secretly preferred to use, but if you want to be called Pamela, that's
Is that all right?
okay for you. Yeah. Well, no, it's not really like me, really, the series, because, well, I'm a sex kitten, you see, and nothing of that programme is sex kittenish enough for me. I model jacuzzis, for instance, for catalogues, and I do a lot of nude things in jacuzzis, and as you can see, the character on there is completely different to me.
It is. It certainly is. Ruby,
She doesn't want to be pegged.
She doesn't want to be pegged.
No.
Was it
It's
like
a flesh
that?
pot.
Was
that she
it?
is.
Was I bet it was like that, Ruby.
What?
Your sitcom was the way you used to live in the flat that you all shared.
I never shared a flat.
Oh, you weren't
I'm-
with them. I thought you were with them.
Oh, no, I just met them 5 years ago, and I
You
never
just met
went
them
in
5
their
minutes
home.
ago,
I
didn't
wouldn't
you?
go in their home. It's like kitty litter, wall-to-wall kitty litter. It was a slum. I've never been in there, and we had to work in an outside office, which I had to deodorize.
Well, when you did start working together, you're
Yeah.
all such strong individuals. How did you actually agree on a script? Did you ever have rows, or do you?
Well,
do
it's
you
whose
get on?
voice is the loudest. We base
I
it
think
on
we
that
can
technique.
safely say that Ruby's voice is generally the
Definitely the
loudest.
A
loudest.
lot of it is my fault.
So she just went mad on a typewriter. And
I
then
go
we
to a
handed it
frenzy
in
with a lot of
rehearsed it
saliva,
nicely.
and there's the show.
And that's why we went on the studio floor with a lot of scripts that said, Amanda now says, and those were my lines because Ruby had typed the scripts.
Because my hands shake when I type. So there's a lot of words like impossible has 4 G's in it. Nobody can read it, but they're very amusing. They're far funnier than the show will ever be. But we hope to have them published.
Do you have any problem with your material? Because some of it is quite risque and has stretched the limits of comedy quite a distance.
Well, we had things like that we get back from the lawyers. Like I said something about Joan Collins' tummy tuck, and it says, please ensure that she had a tummy tuck. So I ensured that I lay under Joan Collins with a mirror, and she indeed did have a tummy tuck. So that's how we cope with the letters from the lawyers.
Your research is pretty tough.
There's always a way around. There's always a way around.
What other problems have you had with your
Oh,
material?
I
It's
said-
with the book, isn't it? Mainly.
Oh, well, we have a problem with the book.
You have a problem with the
What
book?
book would that be, Ruby?
This book in my hand! Yes! I can't believe it. It just appeared out of my thighs from nowhere. Here it is, and it's a scream. I drop my waters. It is a riot. It's just a laugh riot.
What book is this?
Oh.
Ruby, please tell me all about it.
Well, okay. Sammy, it's a book that we've written for 4 months, laboring alone, and we think it's hysterical, and Central won't publicize it because they say it's too raunchy.
Now, what do they mean? Let's get back to this thing.
What
Dawn,
is
what do you mean by too
bosom
raunchy?
is what comes out as raunchy.
And the word toilet part.
It's not allowed.
Well,
in.
that's 2 words, I have to admit.
It's not raunchy. I mean, it's like written in the characters, and we're the only people to not rip off our own show. You know, some people are real lazy and just shove the scripts up. We wrote it from the character's point of view and went a little bit further. Dawn dresses as a Playboy bunny and investigates the Playboy Club, and I think it's that photo that stopped them advertising because nobody will eat again when they see this.
So in fact,
Nobody will eat
there
again.
really are
Go
still
with the bunny
frontiers
tail.
that probably need to be pushed, do you think?
What?
There probably really are frontiers that need to be pushed in that case.
Well, it's not, see, we're not being smutty, like, just sticking up a nasty word like the men do. I think we're being real, for the first time women are saying these things. There's like the things that we normally see on the Tampax box, are now being published with sort of, thoughts about what these things
Did
mean.
you have to say that, box? Did you have to
Yeah,
say
she
that
gets
word?
upset when I say that.
Box.
But I think that's it's just because the first time anybody's seen it and we're being funny about it that everybody's so upset about it. Whereas the men were so sick of hearing these jokes, like toilet room jokes, that like people are just, they're advertised all over television. So it's just the fact that we're girlies that
Do
I
you-
think everybody's upset.
Do you
I
think
that's
it...
a problem with the show scripts as well?
Really?
Often if there was a word that girls use all the time, and it would suddenly come up in a script, and you get, no, you can't say that, you can't say that.
Like,
And
can you
it's,
think of one?
Like gusset. That
Like
was one
gusset.
we weren't
Gusset
allowed
was
to
a
use.
word we weren't allowed to use.
I mean, which
We
is
snuck it in.
ridiculous.
We snuck it and we said it 40 times. We knew we were on
We said it
track.
backwards, we said it in Russian, but one way or another.
We held it
said
up with a mirror, yes.
I mean, a lot of the stuff we do
Well,
is
you're
very
clearly
childish.
very
humour,
successful
you
at
know.
getting words in all over the place, not just in your shows, but in this show too. Thanks very much for joining us this
pleasure.
afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow,
Where's the
I
pen?
promise I'm in the EastEnders, and antiques expert Tony Curtis will there, and I'll be finding out about how the GI father, who we reunited with his daughter last week, has been getting on. I do hope that you're going to be joining me then.